Once the view count reaches 5 million, the man in the video will die. It can be seen that on the sign held up by the man, it reads, "I killed a woman. When the view count reaches 5 million, I will commit suicide." The excited netizens quickly pushed this video to the trending list. That very night, the view count exceeded 5 million, and the police also quickly found the location where the man was being held. But when they opened the car door, they were stunned. The car was empty. Was it a prank, or had the kidnapper already killed the hostage? This online crime has even aroused the strong curiosity of the public. All major media outlets surrounded the man's house tightly. Now, it has been a full 48 hours since Nick went missing. His wife held back the anxiety in her heart and shouted at the kidnapper through the media. The wife said that Nick was a considerate and responsible husband, and also a loving father. Soon, there was a new breakthrough in the case. Based on the surveillance footage of his route to work, the police found the location where Nick was abducted. They also found a syringe not far away, and guessed that the kidnapper first controlled Nick with drugs, and then took him away. The police have always believed that a fly doesn't light on an unbroken egg, so they planned to send some people to search for Nick's body while starting with Nick's family to see if they could find any clues about the kidnapper. The sister told the police that her brother had been in a very low mood for the past 2 months. Last week, she also found that his ribs had signs of being beaten. According to the date when Nick was injured, the police found out that he had been to a bar. In the surveillance footage, a black man had beaten him up, but that man had always had his back to the camera, so it was impossible to see his face clearly. Just then, news came from the police team that they seemed to have found Nick's body. The police officer rushed over immediately. Although it was hard to accept, Nick had eventually died. When the sister heard the news, she broke down and cried. All the police can do now is to find out the truth of Nick's death as soon as possible. He was looking through his wife's social media account and saw a familiar figure. The pattern on the back of the man's clothes was exactly the same as that of the man who had beaten Nick in the bar. She even posted a photo taken with that man on her social media. Looking at the happy, smiling face, it was obvious that their relationship was definitely not ordinary. The next day, the police found the wife and asked her if she knew the man in the surveillance footage. The wife shook her head and denied it, but she was immediately proven wrong. No matter how the police questioned her, the wife only admitted that he was an ordinary colleague. Since they couldn't get anything out of her, the police had to let the wife go home. After the children fell asleep, she secretly sent a text message.